Hello and welcome to this tutorial on our recommended usage and scheduling options for the FastForward program. Let me give you a big overview first, and then we can dive into the specifics. For practical purposes, our program has two components for your students to use, a FastForward component and a Reading Assistant Plus component. FastForward components will target reading, language, and cognitive skills, and Reading Assistant Plus targets oral fluency and comprehension skills. Your student will sign in for about 30 minutes per day for either 3 or 5 days a week to use a FastForward component. And if you decide, your student can sign in 2 more times per week to read selections in Reading Assistant Plus for 20 to 40 minutes. Now let's dive deeper to look at some sample schedules and our recommendations for certain populations. Here at School A, they're starting the program with their struggling readers, SPED students, and English language learners, who are all significantly behind their peers and need to catch up. All of these students will use a FastForward component for 30 minutes per day for 5 days a week, or 150 minutes per week, which is our recommended usage for these populations. Now this is the default setting, so if your students fit this description, then you won't need to make any adjustments in the system. Although the students at School A have access to the other component, Reading Assistant Plus, they won't use it until later in the school year when they have students who are ready to start working on it, and that's okay. Let's look at the next school. School B is a little different. They're starting with students who are just slightly behind their peers and need a boost to catch up. Their students use a FastForward component for 30 minutes a day for 3 days a week, or 90 minutes per week. And on the other 2 days, they use the Reading Assistant Plus component for 30 minutes. It's important to point out that the 3-day, 30-minute schedule is not recommended for struggling readers or English language learners. Now, School B would need to actually change their default settings, so let me show you how to do this. District and school managers can set the default schedule for each school in the Manage tab. Click Schools, click on the school you want to change, then click Change Settings and adjust the time in the drop-downs for all components. Here you can see I'm switching to a 3-day, 30-minute schedule. Changing your planned usage helps to give you more accurate reports that will measure student usage against this goal that you set. Keep in mind that it's okay to change this setting midstream during the year. Instructors can also set the usage schedule at the individual student level from the Manage tab. To do this, check the box next to the student's name, click More Actions, and change their FastForward protocol. Just be aware that any new assignments that they get will go back to the default schedule set originally at the school level. Here's a tip for remote learning. The length of any session can be broken down as long as the student completes the required time sometime during that day. Let me show you an example. School C is starting the program remotely with struggling readers, and they want the recommended usage of 150 minutes per week. But they only have 3 days a week when their students can get on the program. So they changed their default setting to 3 days per week for 50 minutes. Then their students log in Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the morning and afternoon for 25 minutes at a time. Later in the year, they may add in the Reading Assistant Plus component 1 day a week for 30 minutes to give them more practice with reading. So we've now looked at 3 sample schedules and our recommended usage for specific populations. Hopefully by now, you have a good idea of how much time you'll need to carve out of your week to use the program with your students. Let's cover one last item and then we'll wrap up. The default schedule for Reading Assistant Plus is 30 minutes, so you probably won't need to change this setting since that's usually enough time. But if you need to, adjusting the schedule for Reading Assistant Plus is done at the student level only. In the Manage tab, click the student's name, click Edit next to the Reading Assistant Plus assignment, and then change the schedule to either 20 or 40 minutes, and then click Save. If you have any questions about usage or scheduling, then please get in touch with our customer support team. Hopefully this tutorial gave you some helpful information about usage and scheduling. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.